title, The Journey of the Little Seed. Once upon a time, in a vast green forest, there stood a mighty oak tree. Its branches stretched high into the sky, and its roots dug deep into the earth. Animals sought shelter under its shade, birds built nests in its branches, and travellers often rested at its base. The oak tree was admired by all, but it had a secret dream. It wanted its seeds to grow into great trees like itself. One breezy autumn morning, the tree felt a familiar rustling in its branches. Its acorns were ready to fall, each containing a tiny seed full of potential. As the wind blew, the acorns tumbled down to the forest floor. Among them was a small, shy seed who wasn't sure of its future. "Will I ever grow into a big tree like you?" the seed asked the oak. "You can," the oak replied gently, "but your journey will not be easy. You'll face storms, droughts, and challenges, but if you are strong and patient, you will succeed." The little seed trembled with both excitement and fear. The next day, a curious squirrel came hopping by. It saw the acorn containing the little seed and picked it up. "This will make a nice snack," the squirrel said, carrying it away. The seed was scared. "I don't want to be eaten," it thought. The squirrel climbed high into a tree, but as it tried to bury the acorn, it accidentally dropped it. The acorn tumbled down and rolled far, far away from the mighty oak tree, landing in a patch of dry, rocky soil. "This isn't a good place to grow," thought the seed sadly. But remembering the oak's advice, it whispered to itself, "Be strong and patient." Months passed, and the seasons changed. The little seed stayed buried in the ground, waiting. Rain finally came, soaking the earth and waking the seed. Slowly, it began to sprout. Tiny roots pushed downward into the soil, and a small green shoot emerged above the ground. But life was not easy. The rocky soil was hard, and the sun was scorching. The little seedling struggled to grow, but it never gave up. One day, a kind bird landed nearby. "You look thirsty," said the bird. It flew off and returned with drops of water from a nearby stream, sprinkling them over the seedling. The seedling felt stronger and stretched its leaves toward the sun. Years went by and the seedling grew taller. It became a small tree, though nothing like the mighty oak it had come from. Its branches were thin and its leaves sparse, but it never stopped trying. One summer a terrible storm rolled in. The wind howled and the rain poured. Lightning struck a nearby tree, splitting it in two. The little tree swayed violently, its roots barely holding on. "I can't survive this," the tree thought. But then it remembered the oak's words, "Be strong and patient." It gripped the soil tightly with its roots and bent with the wind instead of resisting. When the storm finally passed, the tree was battered but still standing. As the years turned into decades, the little tree grew into a strong and tall oak. Its roots spread deep, finding rich soil and water. Its branches stretched wide, offering shade to animals and travellers. Birds built nests in its branches, just as they had in the old oak tree. One spring morning, the new oak tree felt a familiar rustling in its branches. Its own acorns were ready to fall. A curious wind passed by, carrying one of the acorns away. It landed far from the tree, in a patch of rocky soil. But the oak wasn't worried. It knew that the little seed inside the acorn would face challenges, and it also knew that with strength and patience, the seed could grow into a great tree. Moral: growth takes time, and challenges make us stronger. With patience and resilience, even the smallest beginnings can lead to greatness.